Wholeness and tranquility. I just got off a flight, just landed in New York. The sun is shining, and I was sitting here so blissfully, and then I realized something. I realized that I make a lot of these videos, and I just have kept them on my phone, and I don't know what I'm waiting for. I was like waiting, I guess, for me. Yeah, that's exactly what I was waiting for, to like make a full-blown documentary instead of just documenting my life in real time. Like, it's finally coming to me. And I've been up since 6 a.m. I went to bed at 3 a.m. and I've been just moving nonstop with some brief meditations in between, and I really do feel like meditation has been helping me. And for those who are skeptical of the benefits of meditation, all I want to say is just start. Just like how I'm starting my YouTube channel again, just start. You know, sometimes we might get discouraged because we could fall off, and then we're like, well, there that goes, like meditation doesn't work, or people say that they can't meditate. The truth is, meditation is a state of being. It's not something that you do. It's something that you are. It's existence itself. I'm in a meditative state right now. This is a meditation. You don't have to be sitting like this. Ooh, that felt really good, actually. And for me, who's super sensitive, I would like feel something that I felt was coming from outside of me, whether that was like an external stimuli, and then I would get distracted. I would start moving, or I would pay more attention to like the bodily symptoms or pain in my body instead of just observing. Simply observing what's happening around makes a complete difference. It feels like once you embody that realization, you cross a bridge in consciousness. And this is coming from somebody who was clinically diagnosed with a list of things that said that basically I wouldn't be able to sit still and be quiet. And sometimes, you know, that energy that wants to be expressed sometimes just wants to be observed. Sometimes just wants to be acknowledged that it exists. We don't have to always dissect and tear things apart. We pick ourselves apart. We feel like we have to know everything all at once right now, which in essence we actually do. At the same time, we have to become aware of the all-knowing that we are, because we are one with God. We are God. I find it fascinating how many excuses I hear about that, especially in the day and age of social media, where people just cast upon themselves that they have a short attention span, and our words have power. And so if everybody is saying this about ourselves and to each other, then we're creating something called an egregore, which is a thought form that has its own state of being and existence, to the point where it can even detach from the energy source in a way and have a mind of its own. So that's where we get egregores or beings or entities such as ADHD or autism or things like that. These are just egregores. They're just entities that we call upon and that we embody. So instead of us naming these things and diagnosing ourselves with whatever is in the DSM-5, you know, I went to Howard University for some time as a social worker to be a therapist, and I had to pause and say, wait, am I truly happy? No, I was not happy, because every time I had to do homework, even though I would get it done and I did really well, I will be thinking about, oh, I need to hurry up and do this so I can do my music. I need to focus on my music. I got to get my homework done so I can focus on one day building a brand, and one day starting a YouTube channel, and one day having a fan base, and all this stuff, right? One day being healed. And the more we say one day, that day will never come until we say now, until we embody it in the present moment. And that is where the gift of meditation comes in, the gift of being present. That's why it's called being present. It's cliche because it's true. I'm not saying anything new to you, my friend, as the wind is picking up. Ashe. I am simply a reminder that you can do it. You can do it. Yes. You can do it. I can do it. You can do it. And again, it sounds so like, I'm not selling you anything. I'm reminding you who you are. You are a multidimensional being that exists in all planes at all times in all realities in one single moment. Time doesn't really exist, right? It is a continuum. The past and the present and the future are all simultaneous things happening. And why should you listen to me? Well, why should you listen to yourself? Aren't ye gods? I pray that you meditate today. I will definitely just be here. I plan on, in the present moment, making more videos. I really kept such a light heart today, and it got me through. I showed up to the airport with no valid ID, and they're doing that new ID thing, right, with the star on it. That's artificial intelligence, all that, right? All right. So the real ID is me. The real ID is you. We are the real identification itself. And the Matrix wants us to walk around thinking that our identity is scanned within external circumstances, whether that be your license or your passport or your job, your occupation, your status, your socioeconomic forms, whatever it is, your YouTube channel. These are just projections of the inner world, because as above, so below, as within, so without. The more that we place our focus inwardly, we can overcome anything. So, like I said, I'm running on 3 hours of sleep. I showed up to the airport with no ID that they wanted because I misplaced the wallet, which means that I'm going through a rebirth within my finances, and then misplacing the license and stuff like that just means that I'm rebirthing my identity quite literally. So I had proof that I just ordered a new license. Other than that, I brought my birth certificate. I brought a lot of stuff, y'all. I'm just saying, I didn't bring anything that they really wanted, So it took me almost an hour or so to even get through to security. Not even through security, to security. Because they had to do multiple testings on me. They had to ask me questions. They looked at all of my documents that I brought. I brought receipts, proof of residence, mail to the house that I live in Michigan. Like I said, my social security card. What else did I bring? Birth certificate. I brought an ID that I found from 2012 to 2013 in high school. I brought a flyer that I had of myself. I had all types of stuff, y'all. And I held that and I said, wow, I am a real person that has lived a real life and am living a real life. I saw my picture exactly 10 years ago when I wore a sew-in weave and had a bunch of makeup on, and I still see that is me. It feels like it's a different lifetime, but that version of me still exists. And I can tell how much I've evolved inside and out just from walking it step by step. So why should it be any differently? Just because we have social media now and everybody's posting their lives and we're comparing and contrasting ourselves, we need to just be here. and I made it safely to New York. I'm the weirdo sitting on the grass vlogging my life. You think I care? No. You know how many times my ego has died and rebirthed just being? So just wanted to send this loving message, a reminder of who you are. You are love. And I really pray that everything is great to you and for you. And there's more stories on the way. So just be here now. Ashe. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Nam-myoho Renge Kyo. Wholeness and tranquility. Peace.